Island Operations, Corporate Secretary for Bally's, Mr. Craigie.
Thank you, Craig. I should learn by now, never follow Craig Skoulos because I could never live up to him. But I just want to say today, it is a great day. And walking in here, it's so beautiful, new, vibrant, and it's just our way to just keep moving forward and keep ahead of our competition. And we're very thrilled to be here today. Along with me, we have Governor McKee, Speaker Shekarchi, Senator Chacon, Administrator Gould, AFL-CIO President George Lee, and other invited officials and guests. And thank you all for being here. This morning, we officially open our 40,000 square feet of new gaming space in a very unique setting, as you can see. It's state-of-the-art. We have a food hall over to my left. Hopefully you'll go there after and check it out. It's Asian-inspired. We have a VIP gaming area, high limit gaming, and we'll soon be taking most of our gaming onto the first floor, although we will still have gaming on the second floor for those who are non-smokers. I also want to recognize the unions, the tradeswomen and men that have put forth day in and day out. This started when COVID was still a thing in 2021, and they came every day, and they are the best. We partner with the unions, we partner with Mr. Nee, we partner with Michael Sabatoni, who I know can't be here, and we do it right because of them. So I'd like to thank you all. And this morning we do celebrate much more than our gaming floor. This is another important component of the Mark A. Crisafulli Act, which collectively we have committed to spend over $100 million on this facility, and this is a long way towards that, but we're not done. And this could not have been done without Mark. And I know the last thing Mark wants me to do is introduce him, but I'm going to embarrass him. So Mark, if you could at least wave. He's been a great friend and mentor and a real valuable person in the state. So thank you, Mark. Finally, I do want to touch on Mary Ellen, Senator Goodwin, and Craig touched on most of Mary Ellen, so I won't belabor it. It's tough. It's a tough one for all of us. She was always at all the events. She was a champion for myself among her friends. She had thousands, but when you spoke with her, she made you feel like you were her closest friend. Her favorite event, at least the favorite event that I was always with her at, was the charity blackjack tournament. And boy, did she love that. And I can see her now, see her over there to my right, smiling as some of us would lose quickly, like the governor, and me. And some would win, but the people that that ultimately won are the charities, and that's what made her so happy. And she would smile ear to ear that whole day. So it's just important. I know a lot's been said about her, but it's important. Thank you for coming, and we really look forward to the rest of this day. Thank you.
Mr. Jeaton doesn't know this, but he's now prohibited from any more blackjack tournaments. He counts cards. He still loses, but he was counting cards. What a year and a half it's been for our next speaker. Re-election by affirmation. Along the way, his mother becomes a media star. His daughter becomes a breakout singer on The Voice. He becomes a grandfather. That's the trifecta. And in addition, he coined a term, policy, not politics, that I steal every day, but I don't give him credit for. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to introduce to you the governor for the Ocean State, Mr. Dan McKee. Governor.
Thanks, Craig. And yes, my mom's ad, by the way, national award, very best ad in the entire country in the governor's campaign. So I thank her every day for for her support and her outcome and the outcome in the last election. So I could be here today to finish what was started a few years back, to make sure that we have a first-class add to our fleet, as well as that keeps people engaged and making sure they're having they're enjoying this wonderful state that we live in. Today we're excited to be here as we welcome a bigger, better Bally's, built by our union labor. Congratulations to them for completing such a wonderful venue here. This is all new, modernized casino. Experiences will offer all new slots, blackjack, roulette, and much more. And we thank the partners here at Bally's, but we also thank Jay Jenner, and I think he's here as well, IGT, and the contributions that you're making to the overall effort here on that Mark Christofoli legislation that the Speaker championed with the Senate President as well, who's not able to be here today. This is more than just an expansion of Twin Rivers' footprint. It is a 40,000 square foot commitment to the Ocean State, and our friends at Bally's making that investment. This will enable Bally's to be immediately competitive with casinos in our neighboring states of Massachusetts and Connecticut, keeping that revenue and tourism right here where it belongs, right in the Ocean State. And I've said on all different levels, we need to make sure that we're competitive with our neighbors, business-wise, education-wise, in terms of structures, in terms of the way that we operate. This is part of that commitment. For the longest time, I've been talking about making Rhode Island that bucket list state, make it a destination state. We're fortunate to have so much to offer here in Rhode Island: pristine beaches, miles of coastline, world-class colleges and universities, restaurants that people would die for in other states, right here in Rhode Island, just to name a few. But we also want our native Rhode Islanders and those who are here visiting our state to have fun. That's exactly what Expanded Bally's Twin River offers: a place to relax, let your hair down, have a great night. You can eat and play and be entertained under one roof. So Bally's, I want to congratulate you. You're excellent corporate sponsors here in the state. We're going to continue to partner with you and others to continue to make sure that Rhode Island is moving in a direction that we have been very fortunate to be headed in. Momentum like we've never seen before. We're going to hold on to that. And I want to thank you for having me here on behalf of the people of the state of Rhode Island, to congratulate you on this opening of this great facility. I'm excited to see everything that's going to happen here, and I'm looking forward to what am I doing with the food? I got the line, right? Yes. So I'm looking to participate in that and all the excitement and the animation that this first-class facility is going to provide the people, not only in the state, but around the country and around the world. Thank you so much for having me.
The governor did touch upon it. A couple folks we need to say thank you to. Joe Almond is here. Jay Gendron, Bob Vincent, Matt Cedar, Lisa Delaporte is here as well from IGT. Thank you for all of your help and assistance to get us here. You guys are great, great partners. The Queen of the North, Liz Catucci from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber. Michael Sabatoni, otherwise known as the other Michael Sabatoni from JWU, is here. It's so great to see everybody. Heather Singleton, about Janet Raymond is here. Thank you for being tremendous ambassadors for the state of Rhode Island. Our next speaker, well, housing, the car tax phase-out, animal welfare. He has a lengthy list of honors that go deep and it goes wide. As a matter of fact, looking at his biography, the only award he hasn't won is a Grammy. But I think if we get him together with the governor's daughter, we could have a duet. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Speaker of the House, Mr. Joseph Sakachi.
Thank you, Craig. It's great to be here today. A Grammy? I don't think so. Maybe the governor's daughter, but certainly not me. An exciting day, for sure, and it's always great to be here at this facility because it's a world-class facility filled with world-class people. I am particularly proud to be here representing the House of Representatives, and I want to recognize two of my colleagues who are here today, Scott Slater, who's on the Lottery Commission, who does a good job with oversight, and Marianne Shawcross, and we are in Marianne Shawcross's district as well. So thank you, both representatives, and for your continued commitment to this great facility. I was proud to sponsor legislation that paved the way for today's grand opening ceremony. I will congratulate Bally's on its continued investment in our state and its workforce. I am particularly proud and pleased that Mark Christofouli is here this morning, and thank him for initiating this commitment on behalf of Bally's, and I'm so happy that this act bears his name. Our third largest source of revenue, today's commitment of an additional investment in our economy is approximately $100 million, and that's great news for all of Rhode Island. I hope the hundreds of tradesmen and women who worked on this project, the carpenters, the ironworkers, the roofers, the plasterers, the pipe fitters, the plumbers, the laborers, and the list goes on, including the engineers and all of the people who worked hard on the soft cost of this investment, take particular pride in this project. You are and it is a significant contributor to our state's economy. We can be grateful to Bally's for their ongoing partnership that contributes so much to our workforce, our economy, and the state as a whole, but more importantly, our community, because you are a first-class partner in our community. Whether it's a charitable event or whether it's the jobs, you're a good corporate neighbor, and please continue to do so. I want to conclude by congratulating all of you at Bally's on the successful completion on this crucial expansion and your continued investment in Rhode Island. Thank you, and I'm looking forward for the next expansion or the next new exciting idea from Bally's. Thank you both, Craigs.
Our next speaker, experience, leadership, commitment, housing, labor, healthcare, human services, forest conservation, an advocate for veterans. He was recently named chair of the Rhode Island Lottery Oversight Committee meeting, and he has a commanding presence. So much so that when they took the roll call vote to be the chair of the committee, I voted for him, and I don't even have a vote. So it worked out well. He's been a good friend of this facility, and we always enjoy having him out. I just hope he doesn't ask me any questions today. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Frank Chicot.
Good morning. Craig, I do have some questions, but I'll reserve the questions for the next meeting. I'm honored to be here on behalf of President Ruggiero and the Rhode Island Senate. He's been ill for the past week and a half, so it's my pleasure to represent him today. I want to recognize Craig Eaton, Craig Schoolis, Tony Rohr, and the entire Bally's team, as well as Governor Dan McKee, Speaker Joe Sakachi, Town Administrator Phil Gold, George Lee from the AFL-CIO, and all our other partners. The project we're here today to celebrate is a crucial part of our shared commitment to support an important industry. Thank you, Bally's, for investing in Rhode Island and investing in the future of Bally's Lincoln Casino Resort. Our partnership will continue to have many benefits for our state and our economy. This gaming facility already draws thousands of visitors each day from across Rhode Island and the rest of the region. The expansion will make it an even more appealing destination for gaming, dining, and entertainment. With 40,000 square feet of new gaming space in a lovely facility, and for renovation. Twin River continues to be the leading edge of the industry. I am especially grateful that this project has already put hundreds of Rhode Islanders to work, and it will support many good-paying, family-supporting jobs in years to come. Thank you to the tradespeople who built this beautiful addition and all union employees who make this facility run every day. This expansion will also generate steady revenue for our state, which will allow us to make needed investments in many critical areas. I want to thank Bally's for keeping this facility open and operation over the course of the project, which has made an enormous difference. It is truly exciting to see this expansion open to the public, and I'm grateful to be part of today's activities. Thank you for having me, and I wish everyone stays after to spend some money to help the state out. Thank you.
That wasn't a request, that was a command. You will stay and help the state out. Town of Lincoln, what can we say? A beautiful place to live, a great place to work, and a true partner in what we do here every day at the property. We've grown up together, the casino as well as the town, kind of one and the same. And our town administrator, Phil Gould, has continued the tradition of his predecessors, sound financial accountability, progress moving forward, and an understanding that it just takes a little bit more to make a town, a city, and a region great. It takes hard work, dedication, commitment, and our town administrator does that. Now, the last time I introduced him for the opening of the spa, I asked him if he could get me some tickets to Bruce Springsteen concert. He didn't. Turns out Bruce doesn't return his phone calls either. But I did receive a citation from the town. It's a parking citation. And I'm hoping I can talk to the administrator afterwards and get this little misunderstanding taken care of. Ladies and gentlemen, the town administrator for Lincoln, Mr. Phil Gould.
Thank you, Craig. It's a pleasure to be here today with Governor McKee, Speaker Sicarci, other elected officials, George Nee, union leadership, and all the people that made this possible. It seems only a few months ago, we were standing outside, Sharpies in hand, and watching a crane operator hoist away the final beam to its permanent home. Now we stand here today, ready to cut the ribbon on this newest addition to the Bally's Twin River Resort Casino. All of this made possible by a considerable amount of teamwork by all involved. In my position as town administrator, I recognize the importance of teamwork and collaboration. As the host community, I can tell you that Craig and his entire Bally's team also recognize the importance of teamwork. Whether it's supporting the Lincoln Holiday Basket Program, sponsoring events at our senior center, or donating to the local animal shelter, I know Kim Ward is only a phone call away. To that end, I would like to say thank you for your continued generosity and support. I would like to offer my sincerest wishes for your continued success, and I look forward to continuing this successful partnership. Thank you.
We also have to extend our thanks to the town council, the building inspector, the fire department, the police department. It really does take that entire community of support to help us do our business every single day. So thank you, and Phil, if you could please pass that on to the committee, the council as well. George Nee, what can I say? Legendary figure in labor, politics, business, charitable community. Credibility and integrity, you couldn't have more than he does. He's passionate and compassionate. It was back in August, September, there was an organized labor rally, the old school rallies, to come out and support their candidates for office. And Mr. Nee had just given a rousing speech, and as everything's winding down, a gentleman came up to me and said, "Now, mind you, I'm of a certain age where I don't hear well." They said, "George Nee speaks with great humidity." Turns out they said humility. But I think humidity is better because he brings the thunder, he brings the lightning, and he can get you through the rainstorm without ever getting wet. Ladies and gentlemen, representing everybody from the union, Rhode Island AFL-CIO's very own Mr. George Nee.
Thank you, Craig, I think. On behalf of the Rhode Island AFL-CIO and my brother Mike Sabatoni from the building trades, we are just thrilled to be here today. And I want to thank the leaders of our state who recognize the men and women from the trades who built this place on time, under budget, and with total quality. And that's what we do in the labor movement. So I want to thank those leaders for recognizing that. When we think of Bally's from the labor movement perspective, very simple. They do things right. They have respect for their workforce. They have respect for the men and women who built this place. They understand the value of partnership with the labor community and the working people. And as a result of that, this partnership between the labor movement over the years and Bally's and all the other names that came before it have led us to this great day today, where there's an expansion of a facility. So what Bally's does in our community, several things. One is that it provides meaningful, good employment to thousands of men and women who work here every day. It has provided employment for thousands of people who have helped to build it and expand it. It benefits the small business community and the vendors in our community because they reach out to the local businesses for the other needs that they have. And it helps our taxpayers. And it helps, because they're so generous, many community organizations and charitable organizations. So if we look at what's happening here and has happened, it's business, labor, and government working together to make the kind of quality of life that we want here in Rhode Island. We would urge all businesses to come up here and talk to the Bally's people and learn how to respect and how to work together so that everybody benefits. Now, the speaker mentioned that he's looking forward to another expansion up here. I have an idea that I'm going to leave you with today. One thing is missing, I think, from this wonderful complex: a comedy club, and we have someone to take that role and lead it up as the Craig Schoolis Comedy Club. So, if you like that idea, let's move ahead.
A comedy club, huh? I'm looking for a career. That would be a good move for me. Thank you very much. And to follow up on what Mr. Nee said, union built, union backed. When people ask, are we union? We say no. We say we are proudly union. To all of our union, shout out to Suffolk Construction, Derek Sharp and his team, outstanding. JCJ, Grace Fabian, Jim Murphy, their teams, totally outstanding. Parkour, the list goes on and on. You don't get to build a facility like this out of Legos and Lincoln Logs. It takes a lot of work to do it. And a special shout out to our Senior Vice President of Operations, Paul Giuliano, who's up here. Paul did incredible, incredible work. He and his team, including Nick Scappa, not only here in Lincoln, but across the entire Valley-verse. Somebody has to ride hard on the process, and that was Paul that did it. He delivered us a beautiful, beautiful facility. The days get long, the nights get longer, especially after Paul's Philadelphia Eagles lost in the Super Bowl to the Kansas City Chiefs. A game the Patriots surely would have won if they were in it. But Paul, thank you for all that you've done for us. We appreciate it. Our final speaker, been with the Bally's team for a bit, came here about a year ago with a track record of proven success. Well, he's actually improved upon that success. Elevating this property, moving it forward, doing it in a way that basically makes the team part of the process. So not only does he drive the revenue, he's been able to push everything forward for us and making it feel as if the Bally's culture permeates all the way down. Now, Tony Rohr, this is a public service announcement, Tony. He came here with a vehicle that had a New Orleans Saints license plate on the front bumper. So earlier today, and I'm not going to mention the names, Fred Smirlis and Steve Diossi, went out to the parking lot. We attempted to remove the license plate. It didn't work. We then tried to take the bumper off his car. That didn't work. We couldn't get the engine out, so we took the car to Cumberland, Maine. So Tony's going to need an Uber ride home, but that's what you get when you're not a Patriots fan. I couldn't be more thrilled for this individual. He gets the keys to the Ferrari, and the co-pilot is the best casino team in the land. Ladies and gentlemen, the Regional Vice President and General Manager for Bally's Lincoln and Bally's Tiverton, Mr. Tony Roy.
My goodness, how do you follow that? Thank you, Craig. What a great MC. Thank you to all the dignitaries and guests that are here with us today. We appreciate you being here. We've heard many names mentioned. We've heard labor, we've heard contractors, we've heard towns, state, we've heard all of the folks that were involved in this project, top to bottom, and we certainly appreciate everybody. The partnership, all of the coordination, and everybody working together is truly enlightening. I've been at the property for about a year now, and to see an entire community come together the way it did to support this is very inspiring. We haven't mentioned yet, I see Director Furcolo standing out here in the crowd. The coordination and just the partnership that we have with the lottery has been fantastic. We certainly appreciate all of your help. I see some of the staff with you as well. Thank you to all of you. We couldn't discuss this project without also mentioning the employees here at Bally's and offering them a sincere thank you and a recognition. Obviously, when Suffolk turned the building over to us, it was an all-out to get to the end, and our staff from Bally's worked tirelessly. They were involved in the entire project. They worked tirelessly, specifically the last several weeks around the clock with little or no sleep to get this project done. We appreciate all of you. We thank you for all of your efforts on behalf of Bally's, on behalf of everybody in this room. Corporate, our shareholders, we thank you all for your dedication. You all did an amazing job, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Big round of applause for our employees. And of course, again, Suffolk, you guys were fantastic. All of the contractors that worked on the project, the organized labor, everybody. Again, thank you for this beautiful facility. This new area that you find yourselves in, it holds 355 slot machines, 57 table games spread out through the facility. We have 27 stadium-style games, which are over here on my right. All brand new equipment. Mostly new slot machines, great technology. This is a world-class facility that you're standing here. This will rival anybody, anywhere in the country. And I'm happy that you're all a part of it today. I hope you appreciate how our expanded footprint incorporates several Asian-inspired design elements and Feng Shui design principles, and how it blends tasteful with the existing facility's exterior. And we will continue to work on blending the interior, bringing some of the design elements from in here into the existing casino, creating a seamless transition. Other highlights of this expanded gaming, which many of you have already seen in this space, this large water feature right behind me with the big Bally's logo. To my left over here is a high-limit table games area, world-class high-limit table games area that we're looking forward to. The Emerald Food Hall over here, which you all are going to get to experience a little bit later today. We're very excited to have them join our property. Roughly 150 seats for our customers in that facility. Private dining room off the high-limit area that's also run by Emerald Bay with an exterior view. It's a nice space. Check that out while you're here. We'd like to welcome Peter and Ann and the rest of the Emerald Bay staff to the Bally's family. Congratulations on your opening today as well. This is a grand opening for you also, so congratulations to you and the team. Welcome, and we wish you all many years of success. Incidentally, speaking of Asian theme or inspired elements, the facade of the food hall, if you'll look over here, you see is designed, it's actually a nod to additional positivity in Asian culture. That woodwork symbolizes a bird's nest, and it's comprised of overlapping stained wood slats of varying lengths to create a three-dimensional effect. Turned out quite well, and that's a very popular Asian element that we're very proud of. It turned out really well. I had some thoughts about that along the way, and it turns out I was wrong. It looks beautiful. It turned out very nice. To my right, there's a casino bar over here, which will be the main bar of this facility. There's 16 seats. Adjacent to that is the Plume and Proof cigar bar. Off of that cigar bar is an outside smoking patio. And we hope to provide guests with the opportunity to enjoy unique cigars paired with spirits in a space that feels like an upscale members-only club. And if you venture over there today, please walk in and have a look. It turned out very nice. It's a great facility. Today's grand opening comes on the heels of the opening of our latest amenity, Spa Light, the International Spa, which is just off the hotel entrance. If you haven't had an opportunity yet to experience that, please check it out. It's a beautiful facility. Spa Light is here with us today. Over here at the entry of the high limit area, they're going to have complimentary chair massages. So if any of you are feeling a little stressed, please go over there and sit down and have a complimentary massage, and they'll be happy to take care of you over there. I hope you enjoy this first look at this new facility. It's beautiful. Look around, it's stunning, and we're all very proud of it. We're excited to have it as part of our property now at this point. We're going to celebrate the opening of the expansion in a moment, and I get to check something off of my bucket list. Believe it or not, on my bucket list is a bullet point, and it's at some point in my life I hope to be able to feed lettuce to a dragon with the governor. So ironically, I don't know how we get to check this off today, but we'll be doing that at the end of the dragon dance. Once again, between the amenities that we have at the property, the opening of the spa, the opening of this facility, it really just represents this Valley's sincere and continued support and investment in the state of Rhode Island, in the Rhode Island community. Something that we're all very proud of, and we hope that as you look at this facility, you see that as well. So we appreciate you all being here. In a moment, we're going to start the Dragon Dance. For those of you that aren't aware, the Dragon Dance is it's a festive performance, as you'll find out here in a moment. And it is in the spirit of Kung Fu mixed with drumming, which sounds like a strange combination, but it is customary, it is fun, and I think you all are going to enjoy it. It symbolizes good luck and positive energy. And when the lettuce gets shared with the lion, it represents prosperity for fortune and future. So that's what the governor and I get to participate in as well. So please enjoy yourselves today. When we're done here, we're going to ask everybody that's interested, please go over to Emerald Bay. They're going to have some nice food in there for everybody, and we'll get to experience that as well. But we thank you again for being here today. In a moment, we're going to get started. I'm going to ask the dignitaries that are up here to please join me. We're going to pop off some confetti, and once we do that, the Dragon Dance will start. And I believe they're going to come right down the middle of